search of the world's best worst movies. This is Crumb Radio. Your host No Good and Scooby.
Aww.
Hello, welcome back. This is Crumb. I'm your host No Good, and this is my homie Scooby.
What's going on?
Okay, it's been a while, but we're back, and wanted to actually talk about a good classic cultural film called Cutting Glass. What was that, Scooby?
The cultural? Yeah.
Basically, this is one of my top 5 movies of bad movies. And apparently Scooby didn't see it the same way, so we're going to talk about that a little bit. But first of all, I just want to tell you a little bit about the movie. Basically, this movie was filmed back in 1989. It was directed by Rospo Pallenberg and written by Steve Slavkin. One person you might know in there that's currently an actor today
Maybe.
is
You just might know them.
One actor you currently might know is Brad Pitt. It's actually his first role back in the day when he was a nobody. He's also casted with Jill Scholenden. What's her name? Jill Scholenden. She's also, you might recognize her from the original Stepfather if you ever caught that one. And then there's another actor called Donovan Leitch. I don't know his last name. Which I just found out was a part of a current band known as Camp Freddy. I guess he's a singer. Yeah, so basically this film very old and it was taken serious in its time, and turns out it's cheesy nowadays, and I enjoy it very much. I enjoyed it since the first time I saw it back when I was a kid, and I introduced it to Scooby, hadn't run by him, and apparently he didn't see it the same way.
No.
So real quick, basically it's about this boy named Brian Woods, who's played by Donovan Leitch. He's coming out. It starts off him coming out of a psychic ward, and apparently there's like a history that happened before this film takes place, and apparently this guy is known as being a psychotic kid within the neighborhood, and it's a very small neighborhood because apparently everybody knows each other's business. This kid was admitted into the psych ward because he was accused for killing his father when he was a kid, which they explain later on was an accident and it wasn't really intentional according to the reports. Anyway, Jill Scholenden was her, which is her name in the film is called Paula Carson. She's the daughter of the attorney who sentenced him to the psychic ward for the duration of time that he spent in there. And her boyfriend is Brad Pitt, who's his name is Dwight Ingalls. Dwight Ingalls, Brad Pitt, is the typical star player, basketball player, jock, and I guess Paula Carson is the hot chick of the school, which is not saying much, but she was cute. I mean, what do you think, Scoobs?
She's cute, yeah.
She's 80s cute, if anything.
Yeah.
So they release Brian Woods from this place, from the psychic ward, and he's out and about back in his public school. And he has that reputation of being that psychotic kid that no one wants to be around. He's just strange, he's weird, just nobody trusts him or likes him. But Dwight and Brian, they have a history together of being old friends or friends as kids. Brian Woods basically still sees it the same and wants to be around Dwight, but at the same time has a crush on Dwight's girlfriend. And Brad Pitt, which is Dwight, does not like that, and basically just wants to not have anything to do with Brian Woods, just like anyone else. But throughout the duration of the film, Paula Carson, she feels like people aren't treating Brian Woods fairly, and to give him a chance to get him to know as a person. And it eventually there's some kind of chemistry between them where you sense that something's gonna happen, and Dwight is just that typical asshole that no one wants to be around. But at the same time, throughout this little love triangle, there's murders going on. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I mean, basically it starts off with one of the teachers in the copy room gets murdered, and basically the teacher's at the copy machine, lights are on. You see someone in the background open a door and turn the lights off, and the next thing you know is you see the teacher's face getting slammed into the copy machine, and obviously the copier is going, so you see these papers that come out with the image of the teacher's face being smashed and blood and whatnot.
That's the sorriest death ever. Death by copier. No, basically, yeah. So there's murders going on, and the first one to be accused.
And the reason, initially they were thinking that Brian might be the person just because he's kind of out there, but then they noticed that there was a ring on the finger of the person that was killing the teacher from the copy machine, and the ring belonged to Dwight. So then they initially was like, well, okay, Dwight's the killer. Brian kind of seemed more like the scapegoat, and Paula kind of was more afraid of Dwight and more kind of just trying to protect Brian type of thing, and it goes like that for a while until they kind of twist it again.
Yeah, it sounds like a whodunit kind of thing, and they keep you at the edge of your seat to the very end. It's funny because the character Brian Woods, they make him non-human. Like the things he does and the places he's at the certain right times, you could almost swear he's not human.
Yeah.
And
he's got like a robotic tone to him too. It's like really non-human speaking when he's like when you find out that he's the killer.
Yeah. Hey, you just gave away the plot.
Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, so it's people are getting murdered. I mean, anyone who f's around with Paula or Brian in any kind of way, they seem to be the ones that get killed.
Yeah.
In the most oddest kind of way. So it leads you to believe, or it's supposed to lead you to believe, okay, who did it? Was it Dwight or was it Brian? Because sometimes it's a person that Dwight got pissed off, because there's a time in the film where he just turns into a big drunk because he didn't get his scholarship through basketball like he wanted when the scout came.
Mm-hmm.
And he blew his chance because he started fighting on the court. Basically, he gets mad. He's pissed off with his gym teacher at the time, and basically, you find out that gym teacher's just as much as a dick as he is.
Mm-hmm. And
the moment that Dwight ends up leaving his site, the gym teacher gets it. So, and there's a bunch of other weirdos in the school too. It's like almost every guy there is perverted, which I think is really, really funny. You got the principal who's has his eye on Paula. You have the custodian who's just in the oddest places at the weirdest times. And they lead you to believe it's the custodian for a while. And it's really funny. It's just, I really like this film. It had a bunch of stupid lines. It has a power sander battle at the end.
Yeah. With
stunt doubles, one that looks like Henry Rollins and the other one looks doesn't look like Brad Pitt at all. There's a Brad Pitt opens doors with a roundhouse kick because he knows karate too.
Everybody knows karate in the 80s.
So yeah, it's funny. Like I said earlier though, Brian Woods, they make him out to be some kind of I don't know, like an entity almost, because there's a moment in the movie later on where the killer is chasing Paula in the halls of the school on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason everyone's there, all the staff is still there on a Saturday. One of her teachers happens to be there, who's I guess a math teacher, and they go running from classroom to classroom down the hall, and there's no cameras in the school, there's nothing, but the killer which Scooby gave away earlier.
Sorry.
He's in the he's in the room where with the speaker that speaks to all the classrooms. I forgot which that is, but basically he has access to all the speakers in all the classrooms. And for some reason, somehow, he just knows which classroom that they happen to run into because he's playing eerie music to scare them. And it's funny because they're being chased almost by music. I don't know. Honestly, Scooby, there's a bunch of parts where it's like, what?
Yeah, that's
it's
basically a good portion of the movie is like what?
Righty tighty, lefty loosey was a joke on there. That was a joke. That was something that the characters laughed about because that was just so funny. I mean, I don't know. It's a really good movie. I liked it. It's funny with friends, and that's why I like it. I really liked it a lot. It's got a lot for me. I don't know.
I didn't really. I mean, it was okay, but it was not something that I would purposely watch again, really. But that's just me.
Oh.
Let's get on to another topic quick, since we're getting close to the end of the show. In a couple weeks, I'm going to be doing a gaming for charity event. Basically, it's Extra Life. It's something that a podcast called Sarcastic Gamers set up. They've been doing this for, I think, 4 years now. Basically, what it is a person such as myself sets up to say that they're going to play video games for 24 hours and raise money for children's hospitals of their area. I'm doing it for the Wisconsin Children's Hospital of Wisconsin myself, and actually I'm probably going to be out of, because it's supposed to take place October 15th, but I'm probably going to be out of town for work that weekend, so I'm going to probably do it the following weekend. But I will do a gaming session for 24 hours. So if anybody's curious, interested in donating, just contact the website, one of us, me or Nick, and we can get you hooked up with how to donate.
Actually, I'll put a link on our website.
Okay.
At crumbums.wordpress.com. And actually, I already did.
Okay.
So feel free to donate, help out Scooby reach his goal by then. I think you can donate afterwards, after the event too, right?
That's what it was set up for last year. Last year you had like a couple weeks. It went into November, I remember. You could still donate, but obviously the sooner the better if you're willing, if you're interested in donating. And I'm going to match all donations as well, so.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of our Crumb Bums episode, and we'll catch you next time. Read our blog, catch us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see you next time. You guys take it easy.
It's crumbbums.wordpress.com.